Okay, we are live here with the Ripple Effect, and we have one of my favorite guests on today, Nancy Williams with Money Pages, and Erika knows Nancy as well. We've had her before, and I really love having the same guests who were great guests back to check in about stuff because Nancy really has her hand to the pulse of the East Bay business environment. And I love always comparing notes with her about what's going on with business in the East Bay. And she has such a great magazine too that continues to evolve, Money Pages Oakland, which is really the leading print and digital outlet for the East Bay. If you're an organization or you have an event that's coming up, you'll see it in Money Pages first. Everyone from the A's to the Oakland Roots to we'll talk about some of the kind of big name businesses and other, but it's also available and affordable for solopreneurs and small business owners. With that, I wanted to just first introduce my esteemed co-host Erika Gimbel and do a quick check-in with her before we get to Nancy.
Hello, checked in.
Okay.
Growing fruit behind me.
You have anything to report about health and wellness or the life of Erika this week?
I feel grateful to be on your podcast. I'm grateful to be creating a summit for March 8th and with you. And I'm excited to hear updates with Nancy Williams.
Okay, great. I'll just do a quick check-in. I went for my run this morning and I continue to get stronger on my cardio program, and I'm just so excited to be on the great path to getting where I want to be. So
Cool.
exciting stuff. But with that, we're going to get right to Nancy. And if you don't mind just telling us a little bit about who you are and what you do, and about Money Pages, that fabulous background you have in the back is Money Pages branding.
Well, thank you for having me again, of course. I love being on the Ripple Effect. Of course, you guys, I know both of you pretty well, and I think we share a lot in common as it relates to business. And you seem to know almost more than I do about the magazine, so that's always helpful for me. But yeah, so we own a local marketing agency. And the flagship product is definitely our monthly publication magazine that goes out to over 50,000 households in and around Oakland every single month. And as you said, fortunately, we've now been in business a little bit over a year, and we have become the premier print publication in Oakland, and we're so excited to do that. So our magazine goes direct into mailboxes. There is no subscription, so we call that a forced impression, which is important because a lot of times people only see ads when they're searching for something similar, so they may never stumble upon a small business owner's ad. They don't know what they don't know, and so we give small businesses the ability to communicate directly with consumers to get their message across through award-winning ads and compelling consumer offers. But of course, in addition, since we are a full-service ad agency, we have excellent digital targeting and hyper-targeting products and services. We do logo creation, web design, and also one of our most popular services are social media management. So small businesses really struggle to keep up with their social media, and so they can onboard with us, and we will post for them 3 times a week through all 3 major social media platforms, which is quite a bit. We don't necessarily have to rely on them for content because we know they're busy doing other things. So we also create the content, and we'll do a Facebook boost included in the monthly pricing once a month. So pretty extensive, and so we're excited. We're anxious to work with a lot more Oakland businesses and continue to grow.
Excellent. Great to hear that. It sounds robust and growing.
It is. And we need that. Obviously, small businesses, us as a small business need to grow, and for the community and the local economy, we need small businesses to grow as well.
Great. I'll just add that Nancy has a rich background in franchises. So she helps people develop franchise businesses, which is an interesting thing. She has this very talented, I should say, business background that she comes from that makes her successful at Money Pages. So I love to see what she's doing for her marketing stuff. That inspires me. But
Yeah, and I'm glad you
Great.
mentioned that because obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but Money Pages is a franchise currently in 7 states with magazines in 38 markets. So it's been around for 20 years. It's not sort of a fly-by-night business, so people can feel confident that we're here today and we will be here tomorrow. But yes, I do help people become self-employed, as we call it, and become business owners, entrepreneurs through franchising. And certainly if anyone listening today is interested in purchasing a Money Pages, I would love to talk to them and about how they can do that. I definitely think a lot of the surrounding communities would do very well with the magazine.
Excellent. Many hats you have, huh?
True.
So we want to hear updates about what you're seeing now in the East Bay business environment and in the stage of our pandemic.
Yes, yes. Well, that's a great topic. So we've been on lockdown, 2 going on 3 years, and it's put a toll certainly on local businesses, events, nonprofits, et cetera. And everyone's been, battling their way through it. And it appears, all signs appear that we are coming out of it. We are getting more calls from businesses that have been challenged the whole time. So for instance, restaurants, bars, that sort of thing that would, are inquiring more about advertising. So it looks like they're ready to jump back into the game. We're also getting more inquiries from what we refer to the home improvement category. They've been doing very well just from a financial perspective during COVID, but they've had challenges with supply chain. So they have been leery to advertise because they're booked out or they may not be able to get the products that they need in order to do the job. So we're definitely seeing changes in that. I think we're all aware that California is lifting their indoor mask mandate next week. I think I saw the 15th. So yeah, so midweek next week, mid to late week next week. So that's good for everyone too, because it gives people a boost of confidence that we love to see. And yeah, so we're starting to see things pick up quite a bit, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, who's not excited about that? Amazing.
Yeah, I think our COVID cases in California have dropped by something like 65%. So, that's good news for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. So tell us about this important event you have coming up. I don't know.
Yes, we did.
No.
Before we get to that, though, do you want to flip through this current issue?
Yeah. Sorry, I jumped over.
No worries.
I jumped over Erika and then she jumped over the other questions. So.
Yeah. So you want me to ask, why do business and organizations need Money Pages?
There you go. So he talked about it a little bit in the introduction. As I said, the digital space is very crowded. It's a market that we love as well. So we're certainly not against it, but we absolutely know that if you combine a print campaign, direct mail specifically, with digital, you can reach many more people and it's much more effective. When people see an ad over and over again, month after month in our magazine, they remember where they saw it, right? They're not scrolling through digitally and they forget, 10 seconds later because they see a new ad. It's something that they keep on their coffee table, or they'll pull a page out, or we have all sorts of inserts that go on the magazine. So, even if you toss the magazine, you could certainly keep the postcard that sticks up or sticks out in the magazine. So there's all those sorts of options. But I guess it's a good time for share screen because I really want to highlight one other reason that it really does well for businesses. So this is, I'm going to be showing our current issue that's in mailboxes now for February. And we were so excited to partner with the Oakland Marathon. They have been great partners with us, and we hope to do this annually with them. I spoke with them this morning, and they told me registrations are soaring. So we're all really excited to see and hear that. And the only thing they've really done differently is to be in the magazine. So we know how effective it is. And covers for us are premium placement. Anyone can purchase the cover. It can be a business or event or a nonprofit. So it's, it is open to everyone, but clearly it is premium placement. So it either goes into the mailbox on the front, flipped over on the front or the back. So those are the two most premium placements. So when people see an ad that or a cover that resonates with them, they're much more likely to go inside the magazine. So we do things like say, see our ad inside. So that encourages people to open it up and flip through. And that's exactly what has happened for the marathon. So on the front, obviously we are promoting all the types of races, but but what helps an ad even more is some kind of contest giveaway on the front. And you can see here that the marathon generously gave away 2 VIP race passes, which include entrance to 2 races, 2 adults races, and also $100 in merchandise, online merchandise. So it's a great deal. I believe it retails somewhere around $500 or $600 for giveaway, and it's free to enter. So that's great. So a lot of people have been reading this issue. Again, flipping through, we did a beautiful full page ad as well. And that also sparked, some of those registrations that we're talking about. I haven't looked at the numbers yet of people that have entered, but I suspect it's quite a few. So we'll be choosing that winner toward the end of this month. And then, of course, our businesses that we love to highlight, EcoBuild Architects, Madeline Mackey, who does resume and LinkedIn services. We've got a business coach with us that specializes in helping women and minorities get government contracts. CA&C Video is a part of our BNI networking group, and they have a beautiful full page ad with excellent videography services, wedding packages, etc. Lots of home improvement services are contacting us, real estate. We've got some events we'll talk a little bit more about later, but the Oakland Rotary is doing some incredible events for Black History Month. And then property management, food options. Agave Uptown, if you haven't been, has fantastic moles and just incredible drinks, and they also have a private room for parties that people can book. Floor and decor services, kitchens. We wanted to highlight again Black History Month, so we also included some events that people could either go to or participate in around town. Valentine's Day, so flowers, gifts. Local business owner, Essence of Flowers, has a beautiful shop in downtown Oakland that everyone should go check out. And again, franchising services. We also do donation for some ads for nonprofits that are trying to get more patrons. A little special here for Valentine's Day from New Dimensions, which does a lot of chiropractic services and weight loss. And then ending up with our last month's front cover, which is a excellent marketing strategy to be on the cover and then be on the back cover for a couple of months to reinforce that message. Again, premium placement. So Adapt Dwellings builds additional dwelling units on properties here in Oakland and many cities around the Bay. So again, we're really proud of it. Excited about the marathon, and certainly hope everyone enters to win and participates.
Great. And if you don't mind just taking down the full page or the share, so we can go back to full screen. I know Erika had to run off, or is having to run off. She's still here with us, but
it's so
Erika,
exciting, all the things that are going on. It feels like our Oakland has a heartbeat. Really.
It does.
Yeah,
It's coming back.
I say if you don't get Money Pages and look at it, you don't know what's going on in Oakland. So are you going to run that any of those races, Erika, or she dropped off?
Oh, let's talk about that. Let's go for it. Unless we go.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about a strategy.
Yeah, no, I'd love to share that ad online, and that's such an exciting event coming up in March.
It really is. It really is.
And I did want to just comment on I love the the beauty of the advertising that's in there. And then you can take that great ad and then run it digitally too. So you get both the print and the digital. It's really a one-stop shop for advertising that really changes kind of the nature of how people see your business in Oakland, going from kind of maybe like just a business nobody knows about to a business that people are talking about in the community. So I just, it's such an exciting magazine. And we are going to just switch gears here a little bit and talk about a related topic that was actually advertised in there, Oakland Rotary #3. Let's go ahead and just lead with that event that you have coming up, because that's the most timely thing. And you can share that flyer too if you want. I actually got some new art about that event as well, from the film producer.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously you and I are members of the Rotary, and we enjoy that experience tremendously. As I mentioned, when we flipped through the magazine, the Rotary is sponsoring a couple of events. One real quick I'll mention: on our Thursday civic meeting, we meet every Thursday at 12:30. We'll be having a fantastic panel talking about the color of ballet, and Angela Watson really is the key speaker on that panel, talking about being an African-American ballerina in an industry that's 76% white. So it will be a fascinating topic that will cover a little bit of history, and then we'll get to hear about Angela's experiences. So that does stream on Facebook Live. You can pick it up on the Rotary Club of Oakland Facebook page. And again, it's from 12:30 to 1:30 Thursday.
Yeah, and before you switch off of that, I did interview that filmmaker yesterday, thanks to your introduction, where she's actually coming on the Ripple Effect on the 15th, I believe. And it's really just a powerful film about the stories of blues artists in West Oakland, and how they moved from other places in the South to Oakland, and just this vibrant community that developed in a certain point in time around blues. So it's such a beautiful and impressive film that I think really, I'm just astounded at this event that you're able to bring that back to the Grand Lake Theater and on the big screen so everybody can come to it. And we have a total of 400 tickets to sell on that. So, bring a friend and come hear about and check out Rotary. And the filmmaker, Cheryl Fabio, is also going to be answering questions and kind of telling us what went into that film. And we're going to be doing some more promotion. So great to see the first kind of wave in Money Pages. And I'll let you go to the next event.
Yeah, well, exactly. You actually covered the movie. Really, that's I was talking about the ballet event that we have on Thursday, but that's right, Cheryl. You got a chance to interview Cheryl, and are probably going to talk to her a little bit more for the podcast. But Evolutionary Blues is a film that she directed, released it, I believe, 2017. To extraordinary reviews. Over 30 different artists are talking about their history in the blues and how they brought it here to West Oakland, and she's been able to capture that. So it's pretty amazing. So the fact that people get to see the film on the big screen, which is something that you can't really do anymore. Folks can check out the movie from the library, but it's a process most people don't go through. But you'll get to see and hear this on the big screen, Dolby stereo, and then, as you mentioned, afterwards, people will be able to ask Q&A, which most people don't get to do with the director of the film. So it's a great opportunity, as you said, for groups. We're selling group ticket sales, which will help avoid the service fee on Eventbrite. So we can certainly work with groups on that. But just quick, you'll see here the doors are going to open at 7 on the 24th, and the show will start at 7 o'clock, and should be over by 9. That includes the show and the screening, as well as the Q&A. And we do want everyone to be safe, so there is proof of vaccination is required, including boosters. And And then we'll have lots of information on Rotary and how to join and why this is a great organization for the community to be a part of. And yeah, we're just really looking forward to it, excited. We were excited to have the ad run in Money Pages. We've gotten a lot of people saying they saw the ad and as a result are buying tickets. So get your tickets now. We are limiting the seats in the theater again to keep people safe. So we're not doing on-site sales, so you got to get them in advance.
Yeah, and I'll just say that Cheryl said when she screened the movie initially, almost a big contingent of the attendance was from musicians. So I think it's a great opportunity for musicians to actually come together from the community and, you know, share their stories. Some people who are maybe in the movie or their relatives will likely be there. So it's just such a beautiful community event that you've created here, and really the event of the event of 2022, or at least the first half of it in Oakland, I believe.
We hope so. We hope this is going to kick off a great year of events like this, and just, you know, really set the tone for the year.
Yes, and like you mentioned, it is actually brought back to the big screen by Oakland Rotary #3, and we're encouraging guests, people who want to check out Rotary, to come hear about the club as well. And if you don't mind just telling us a little bit about your experience in Oakland Rotary and why business owners or community members might want to come check out the club and maybe visit a meeting or go to another Rotary event.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been in for 1 year, starting in February. So it's been a great year, getting to know a lot of Rotarians, and appreciate you sponsoring Dave into the group. And I jumped in with both feet. So I'm part of the membership committee. I'm part of the business development committee, and also diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is a new committee that's been launched. And as a result, I was, you know, asked to co-chair the Black History Month events, which I've been really excited to do with Georgia Richardson, who's a great real estate agent, one of the top in the industry around. And so we've worked together on these two great events for Rotary. But I would encourage everyone to come, you know, first step is to attend a meeting, right? So one of the civic meetings every Thursday at 12:30. Again, you can log into those on Facebook and see the meeting while you eat your lunch. And that gives you some insight to what we do. But come out to an event. There's lots of volunteer opportunities. We've got happy hours and galas and all sorts of things that you can get your feet wet and see why Rotary is a great community organization to be involved with.
Yeah, and I didn't want to slight the ballet, and there's a lot of other great events in Oakland. I'm just a little biased because I'm so excited about this event now after talking to that filmmaker about kind of
I
the hidden
understand.
treasure
Yeah, it's something that you know, both of the events are ones that, you know, really you're not going to be able to recapture. So, you know, these are kind of one-offs that we're doing for Black History Month, and both are important. But the event, the film screening is just so deep in Oakland history that it's very exciting. So I completely understand.
Yeah, now could you just do a quick recap on the ballet, because I was
Sure.
thinking about the movie when you were talking about that, to set
Yeah,
that up.
no worries. So yeah, as I mentioned, for our weekly civic meeting at 12:30 this Thursday, the feature speaker is going to be Angela Watson, who is with the San Francisco Ballet. And young, beautiful, very talented dancer. And she's going to be joined by a professor from Cal Berkeley, as well as her mentor. And we're fortunate enough to have her mother that's going to be moderating the panel. So she's got some incredible information to share, questions that she's going to be asking the panel. You'll get to see some video of Angela dancing. And again, just talking about how you can support the arts, particularly African-American dancers, and why they're so important to the ballet community.
Now, is that live or a Zoom only meeting?
It is Zoom only. So the Rotary meetings for the remainder of February will remain Zoom only, and we hope to reconvene in person starting in March.
Okay, good. Well, we'll be promoting that event as well. I'll put that link in the chat to both how to register for this movie as well as that ballet, the meeting of the Rotary that we're always both at on Zoom or in person if we can be there in person, which looks like we're looking at March right now. Yeah, we have probably time for, I just wanted to end with your ideal client for Money Pages in terms of an organization with an event or a business owner, but who is Money Pages for, and who are you looking to work with out there to put in that magazine?
Yeah, so as we said earlier, it really is, our focus is small business. We are a vehicle to help small businesses get their message, their product, their service out to a large group of the community on a consistent, high quality basis, and that's what we do. Any small business of any kind, we really do focus on the restaurant industry because it's very effective for restaurants, home improvement, as well as self-care, so health and wellness, anything from hair care to eye care, um, you know, chiropractic, dental, all of those really work well in the magazine when it comes to direct response. But again, we also have all sorts of other services. A lot of small businesses that struggle with social media management, they cannot afford to hire someone full-time to do that. So we can supplement what they're doing now with our services. So those really are our key clients. And in terms of events, obviously, you saw with the marathon being on the cover, that's all about events. We've had the ballet, the Oakland Ballet for their Nutcracker event, and sneak preview. But we are having the Oakland Roots Sporting Club professional soccer team on the March cover. It's exciting. It's a beautiful cover. We'll get a lot of eyes on it. So again, for businesses or events that are trying to sell tickets or get more patrons, it really is for everyone. So we just encourage you to call us and do a free consultation, and we'll talk about, if it's right for your business and what that looks like in terms of an investment, and we'll go from there.
Great. And I'll just add that I am a newspaper subscriber too, but the issue with the newspapers, so few people get it these days that you're not going to reach 50,000 households in Oakland in the newspaper these days. So
You're definitely not, not with the newspaper.
well, with that, what's the best way to get in touch with you if a new client or somebody wanted to hear more?
Absolutely. You can call or text me at 510-455-2204. That's my direct line. You can also email us at nancy.williams@moneypages.com, which is pretty simple. And of course, we have a Money Pages website. You can Google, and then you can also reach us on Facebook at Money Pages of Oakland.
Perfect. I'll put some of those links in the chat, if not all of them. And thanks for coming on. We're going to end it there at time, and look forward to these Rotary events that you've brought forward for us and you're helping promote. And we'll keep in touch and talk soon.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to next time.
Bye, everyone. David Kirsten from the Ripple Effect. I don't know.